I'm ready. Let's go to the monastery.
Excellent.
There's nothing keeping me here. Let's go now.
I'll just grab a few essentials. All right then. I think we can go. I've got everything I need.
Here you go. Take it.
Henry, how you doing?
You know how it goes. It could always be worse. I've got this feeling the worst is still ahead of us.
Same here. Trouble's coming from all sides. We'll see how it turns out.
Anyway, sir, I don't mean to be rude, but I doubt you just want to ask how I'm doing.
No. You're right. Let me get to the point. I need help with something, but I have no one to ask. Even though I know you have a lot on your plate.
Well, I'd be happy to offer my services. What's it about?
An old friend of mine reached out to me, Albich of Uniczow. Does the name ring a bell?
That name does ring a bell. Isn't that the famous Sawbones?
Physician would be the more accurate term. But even that barely does him justice. He's one of the greatest scholars of our age, and also King Wenceslas's personal physician. It's whispered at court that the king has fallen seriously ill while imprisoned in Vienna.
Sigismund focuses on plundering his kingdom, and Wenceslas's health hardly seems to concern him, does it?
Maybe.
Damn. That does sound serious.
When Master Albich heard about it, he decided to act.
He wants to go all the way to Vienna to see the king.
No, for now he's heading to Sedlec. Abbot Jan holds considerable influence at Sigismund's court. Albich wants to visit him and ask for his intercession.
Makes sense. You can't just show up in Vienna and knock on the door.
A mediator is needed. Only, I don't know if Albich chose the right man. The abbot is a politically shrewd figure and might well use Albich's visit to his own advantage.
Can you tell me more about the abbot? Sorry, but it sounds like you're afraid of him. I met him once, too, but I didn't get a bad impression.
You know Abbot Jan?
Not quite. We had dealings once. Something with bones. But never mind that. Go on.
Look, Henry, every high-ranking cleric's a politician in his own way. What worries me about Abbot Jan is what he ascribes his authority to. Others claim their vocation is divine will. He sees it somewhat the other way round.
I don't really get it.
It's only natural for an abbot or a bishop to question the morality of his acts. One must act, even if it means confession and penance later. Abbot Jan, though, seems to think that his every move and scheme is divine will itself, and that could be dangerous.
And how does all this concern me?
As I said, it's a matter of security. God forgive me, our king's health is of course above all. But right now, I'm more worried about Albich. It took some effort, but I convinced him to wait, at least until I find him a reliable escort. And believe me, it wasn't easy. That mule's got a scholar's head, but it's a stubborn one.
What's that got to do with you?
Albich and I go way back. He's been living over the Alps for a few years, studying at the university in Padua. As soon as I heard about Wenceslas, I asked him to come back. It's a serious matter, and when it comes to the king's health, he's the best there is. But I didn't expect him to act so rashly.
So, if I've got this straight, you want me to escort Wenceslas's court physician to the Sedlets monastery, where they don't usually let anyone in, and the abbot is as thick as thieves with Sigismund, so Albich, who was dead set on going himself, can try to get access to the imprisoned Wenceslas.
No, actually, yes. That's exactly it.
All right, I'll go with Albich. Last time I was at the monastery, it was, quite an experience.
Experience?
That's a long story. So what do you want me to do?
Stop by and talk to Albich, then decide for yourself. I meant to host him here, but he'd probably be bored out of his mind. He lodged in the meantime in Kuttenberg, at the tarmac with an apothecary. I think his name's Talbot. Give this letter to Albich, so he'll know I sent you personally.
Tarmac, apothecary. All right, I'll go find him.
Good luck. I'll be in your debt.
Horse like that must cost as much as a farm.
Greetings, friend. God be with you.
What's happening here?
Come on, out with you!
There's nothing
You don't
to
want to
see
piss
here.
me off!
What are you doing?
Trust me
here?
on that! Get lost! Can't you see I haven't got time for this? I'm sorry. Where are you, old man? There goes another bloody day.
Can't see that. I hired my money in the mattress too.
So you... Good evening. Do you need something?
I'm looking for Master Albich. I heard he lives here.
He's got a room upstairs, but he's not here right now. Want me to give him a message?
I need to deliver an important letter to him. Do you know where he went, or when he'll be back?
The neighbour woman sent for him. Their maid's sick, so I expect he's over there.
Master Albich himself treats a common maid.
He doesn't care about background. He treats everyone the same.
On the way here, I noticed something going on in the street. I hope Albich is all right.
Out in the street? What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry, I'll take a look. Thanks for the help.
Farewell, my friend.
He keeps me waiting any longer, I'll knock his bloody teeth out. He can't surely
There's nothing to
leave
see
me
here.
alone.
At your service. Get away with that weapon.
Albich, come out!
That's more like it.
I'm
What do
not
you
waiting
want?
here till doomsday. I'm sorry. Come on, out with you. You don't want to piss me off. Trust me on that.
Excuse me.
Where are you, old man? Another bloody day. Albich, come out! I'm not waiting here till doomsday.
What do you want? How did you get in?
What's going on here?
Please, leave us alone. We've done nothing to you.
Easy now. Don't be afraid. I'm only carrying a letter from Master Albich.
So, you're not one of those brutes out there?
No, I've no idea who they are. What happened?
Oh, Marnia's not well. I went to fetch Master Albich to come and see her. But right after him came that puffed-up oaf. He insisted Albich had to tend to him first, not our maid. He wanted to send his big brute in after him, but we blocked the door. Hopefully, they'll leave soon. So, what's this letter you're carrying?
It's from Lord Pisek. Where can I find Albich? I promise not to take up his time.
Very well. Go on up to the room.
Come on, out with you. You don't want to piss me off.
Master Albich? Shh! I was sent by...
I don't know how you got in, but be quiet now. Take a deep breath. All right. Your breathing is improving.
It still hurts in the chest, sir. Like a horse sat on me.
A nettle compress will get your blood flowing. It'll ease off. Ribs aren't broken and the lungs sound clean. I have a potion made for you. Take it every morning and night, and stay in bed for a few more days.
But, sir, who'll see to the house? Who'll cook? My mistress won't allow.
I'll speak with her. What you need is rest. Thanks for waiting. I don't like being disturbed when treating patients. So, what can I do for you? Are you feeling unwell?
Me? No. Lord Pisek sent me to see you.
Ah, I think I know what this is about.
If I may ask, what's wrong with her?
She suddenly collapsed with chest pain, passed out while carrying a bucket from the well.
I hope she gets better soon.
Me too. But you didn't come about her, did you?
What's the ruckus out there?
Just another rich man trying to force his way in. Refuses to accept that coin isn't everything.
You refuse to treat him?
Not at all. I'll see to him. when I've got time.
I'm here as a messenger. Sir Peter of Pisek gave me this letter for you.
Really? Let's have a look.
Here it is. My name's Henry, and Lord Pisek says I should escort you to the monastery in Sedlitz.
Yes, yes. Peter and I had a bit of a disagreement about this matter last time. Look, Henry, I appreciate your offer, but I don't think I require your services. Either way, you delivered the letter, and I am sure Lord Pisek will reward you for that.
I heard you intend to ask at the monastery to help you get access to King Wenceslas. Is that true?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm worried about his health, and I hope Abbot Jan might intercede on my behalf.
You think Sigismund would listen to the abbot?
It's a chance, and my conscience won't let me waste it.
Are you seriously not afraid to go to the monastery alone? You do know Sigismund has taken up there, don't you?
Yes, but it doesn't trouble me unduly.
It may not be only him. Don't forget his influence. You can never be sure who to trust.
I don't believe Sigismund would do anything to me. He has no reason to. And he doesn't act rashly. In a way, he actually owes me. Still, I wouldn't want to count on that.
You really expect me to just walk away?
Well, if you feel that... What the hell is that racket?
Hey! Albich!
Christ, give me strength. Another bunch of impatient wretches. Perhaps it's time I finally had a proper word with them.
Get out here, you piss fart!
Well, they don't look much like the debating sort.
That's unfortunately true. On the other hand, it was fortunate Lord Pisek, despite my objections, sent me a personal guard, right?
You mean me?
Who else? Come on, in the worst case, I'll just see what you're made of.
So, you finally decided to come out. About time. I won't be kept waiting in the street like some mangy mutt.
I've told you several times already. I'm busy.
Because you're wasting time on some wench instead of helping someone who actually matters.
No person is more important than any other.
Ha! For your own good, I'll pretend I didn't hear that nonsense.
Listen here, you swine. I'm the Master's personal guard, and I won't stand by while someone talks to him like that. You had your chance to walk away. When I'm done with you, that's when you'll really need a healer.
Henry, wait. Violence is not the answer.
Well, no. It definitely isn't.
No?
No, not worth it.
That's what I say.
I'll keep my word. I'll come as soon as I can.
All right, let's go.
Henry, I've got to admit that was an unusual tactic. But it worked.
You see now why you might need a personal guard?
I'd be willing to give it a try. So, will you accompany me to the monastery?
I've still got a few things to take care of, but I'll be back soon.
All right. You know where to find me.
I'm ready. Let's go to the monastery.
Excellent.
There's nothing keeping me here. Let's go now.
I'll just grab a few essentials. All right then. I think we can go. I've got everything I need. And you?
I'm ready too. Let's go.
Off we go.
Father Abbot.
Albich, my friend. Christ be praised.
Greetings, Master Albich. I heard you returned from Padua, but truth be told, I didn't expect you. So tell me, what brings you to my doorstep?
Worthy Father, I thank you for the welcome. I've come to ask a favor, but...
Drop the formality, my friend. We've known each other a long time.
Very well. I simply need an audience with King Sigismund. It's about his brother's health.
You can surely request an audience.
I could, but I'd hoped your influence might help make it happen.
Oh, I think you overestimate my influence. In any case, you can gain access to Sigismund's court on your own. We both know how. That matter still hasn't been settled, Albich. The king cares about it.
Actually, forgive me. These are grave matters concerning His Royal Majesty. Can we speak privately somewhere?
I'd like that, but I'm afraid things are rather complicated right now.
Well, what's going on, my friend? You seem a little uneasy.
I am. There are 3 seriously ill patients in the infirmary, gravely ill, and I fear the worst.
The Black Death?
Sadly, we can't rule it out. And I say that as someone who's lived through one outbreak already, and survived.
Well, does it look like the plague?
You think I'd be alarmed over nothing? I pray it's not the Black Death, but as I said, we can't rule it out yet.
And who are these 3 patients?
2 are members of the monastery, Confessor Stephen and Brother Yaroslav, who works in the scriptorium, and one of the maidservants.
That doesn't make any sense. How could all 3 of them get infected?
When the plague strikes full force, it's swift.
That's not what I meant. You said yourself one of the sick is a maid. And as far as I know, women aren't allowed in the cloister.
True. So how could she have caught it along with 2 monks?
That, alas, I don't know.
Where would it have come from? The monastery is isolated. Few are allowed inside the cloisters.
Before King Sigismund decided to stay here, we took in many folk fleeing his army. We gave those poor souls food, shelter. Some of them washed in clean water for the first time in weeks.
And in poverty, hunger, and filth, all sorts of illnesses thrive.
On top of that, there's construction going on inside the church. There are all sorts of craftsmen and laborers in the monastic courtyard.
What are we going to do, Albich?
We'll go and see to the sick, of course. Then there'll be no reason we can't speak to the abbot in private about our matter.
Very well.
Thank you, Albich, for volunteering. I wouldn't have dared ask it of you.
No need to thank me. I'm a physician. And there are people here in need of help. Not only those in the infirmary. If we can rule out plague, that may put your mind at ease too.
That's what I'm praying for. And of course, I'm open to discussing that matter of ours later on. I'll have a room prepared for you right in the infirmary. Brother Benedict, one of our novices, is there, and will tell you all you need to know.
Thank you. But I'd like to ask one small favor. I've been here many times before, but Henry's here for the first time. Would one of the brothers be able to show him the monastery? I'd rather he not get lost like I did all those years ago.
Of course. If you'd like, Henry, just ask Brother Petramil. I just spoke with him before you arrived. He'll show you around and gladly answer any questions.
Thank you, Father.
Very well. We've talked long enough. Let's get to work. Will you come with me to the infirmary, Henry?
Of course. Wouldn't let you go alone, would I?
I didn't think so. Tell me, Henry, didn't the abbot seem anxious to you?
Yes. Although it's not like he tried to hide it much. The plague's a terrible illness. But surely they'd recognize it in the infirmary. Why would he need you?
Well, the thing is, the monastery isn't in great shape. Not that you'd notice right away. King Wenceslas borrowed heavily from settlers. And now the monastery has to sell land to pay off its debts. And when Sigismund marched on the town with his army, that didn't help matters either. And if plague really did break out, that could be the final nail in the coffin. The abbot might be forced to dissolve the monastery. But let's not jump to conclusions. I want to see the sick with my own eyes before we start worrying about the plague.
It's your bloody fault anyway. Oh, I struck you first, and that should have ended the duel.
So, this is the confessor. What do you make of it, Henry?
He looks worn out. Doesn't even notice us. Whatever is wrong with him is clearly taking a toll.
Exactly. At his age, any illness hits far harder than it would a young and healthy man. Well, the good news, I suppose, is that he's not in agony. Pain's part of life, but no one deserves to suffer too much. Compassion, Henry, whether for the suffering or even the enemy, is part of every good physician's character. Unfortunately, not every physician is a good one.
Albich? Albich of Uniczow?
Zacharias? What are you doing here?
Wherever His Majesty goes, I must follow. You know how it is. But why aren't you in Padua, studying? Have you been missing your homeland?
I was summoned home for urgent matters. And since I'm here, the abbot asked for my help.
Ah, yes. This plague. he's so afraid of.
Plague? Do you believe it? Am I such a poor teacher?
Of course not. But until now, it was just my word against the abbot's. In other words, I am truly glad you're here, my friend.
Henry, allow me to introduce Master Zacharias of Prchatsitz. He once studied under me, but became a trusted friend, and eventually the personal physician of King Sigismund.
You flatter me, Albich. The road to that post was a good deal more torturous than you make it sound. And you are...
Henry of Skalitz. By order of Sir Peter of Pisek, I'm here to protect Master Albich.
Though I've no idea from what. But who am I to argue, eh?
Quit complaining. You might find an aide like him more useful than you think. Anyway, this here is Dinesh. He didn't come entirely of his own will either, but he's proven a reliable man.
Dinesh Latskvi. Gentlemen?
Well then, now we all know each other, shall we finally return to the matter of the patients? Zacharias, I presume the abbot summoned you for the same reason as me.
Aye, though I've only had time to merely examine them all.
So what did you find out?
All three share the same symptoms. It begins with weakness, then comes fever, rash, and later bloody diarrhea. By far the best off is the confessor here. He can still talk. The maid and the translator from the scriptorium are much worse. They sleep most of the day, and when they do speak, it's nonsense, because they're delirious with fever.
Right. In that case, first we need to bring down the fever. Have they given you anyone to assist?
Yes, Benedict. He's a novice and a bit odd, but he knows more about alchemy than most.
We'll need linen and clean water for compresses. Pre-boiled water is best. Have you got chamomile decoctions?
Benedict brews a fresh batch every evening.
And what are they feeding them?
Mostly bread, fruit. Yesterday they had fish, but they haven't eaten much of it.
That doesn't sound like proper food for the sick. They need strength, don't they? Give them a lump of lard, or bread with dripping, and pork scratchings.
Thanks for the tip, Henry. But next time, keep it to yourself. You're right about one thing, though. They do need a different diet. They should be getting something light and nutritious, ideally in liquid form. Broths, stews, thin porridge.
Agreed. Dinesh will speak to Solarius Julian. You know the way to the kitchen, right?
Consider it done.
Then fetch herbs from Joachim. I gave him a list of what we'll need.
Gentlemen?
Joachim, you say? Well now.
Who's this Joachim? You know him?
The monastery herbalist. He lives in a hut in the garden behind the infirmary. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother him too much. He's a grumpy old fellow.
You say that because you don't know him. I'll tell you more about him, Henry. But we have more pressing concerns right now.
Can I help in any way?
The best thing you could do is find out what the patients were doing before they ended up here. Diseases spread through foul air. So if we find where the three of them were breathing the same air, we'll find the source of the infection too.
Who should I start with?
If I were you, I'd start with the confessor. He's the only one still lucid enough to speak. Better hurry. He might take a turn for the worse any moment.
Who should I ask about the maid?
As far as I know, her name's Blezhna. She gets her work assignments from Steward Zdenek. So I'd go and speak to him. And apparently, she's got a friend here. She might know something too. Try and find her.
Who might know the monk who was translating in the scriptorium?
Everything to do with books is handled by the librarian. His name's Crispin. He likes the sound of his own voice, but if you're patient, He might tell you what our patient was working on.
Can I help with anything else?
No, that's more than enough now.
Once you've found something, come back. Maybe we'll have figured out more by then.
How do you feel?
Like I'm turning inside out.
Don't worry. I'll let you rest. But first, I need to know who you've been seeing lately. And where.
What? Why?
Because we need to find out where and how you got infected.
What's that got to do with the others?
The sickness spreads through foul air. Anyone breathing the same air as you might be at risk.
You sound like you know what you're talking about. And I believe you've got your reasons. But I'm a confessor. I can't. I mustn't break the seal of confession or tell you what anyone confided in me.
I'm not asking you to reveal anything. Just point me in the right direction.
Perhaps you're right. I could at least point the way. There's something that might be connected to this dreadful sickness. Look in my cell. It's the one beneath the abbot's chamber, opposite the spiral staircase. Here's the key. I think you'll find something there that might help you.
Thank you. Now get some rest.
Wait, please. Do you think that I might ask you for something?
What is it?
I'd like to have some flowers. Something living to cover up the ever-present stench of decoctions.
What would you want flowers for? You'd be better off brewing a fever remedy from them.
Do I need a reason? I just like them. Their color, their fragrance. That's what I miss the most here.
I'll see what's growing nearby and bring you some. It'll brighten the place up a bit at least.
Thank you, lad.
You're about as much fun as a funeral.
First, where did you say it hurts?
Down here, under my belly. It's like someone stabbed me with a red-hot poker.
I see.
What's the matter? Do you need me to take you to the infirmary? You're writhing around like a worm in salt.
Forgive me, I have a fever of decoction brewing and, it needs straining.
I can't feel my legs or my back. Just a burning pain so bad, even the devil would ask for a cold cloth.
Is there anything I can help you with, good wife?
Who are you calling good wife? The name's Maddie, and no, only a sore bones can help me. Or the Reaper, maybe.
Then it's your lucky day. Because I'm a bit of both. Tell me what's bothering you, Maddie.
Well, it hurts like hell. Here, below my belly. It feels like a couple of hounds fighting over a piece of bacon. And the Holy Brother over there won't help. Says it's a woman's issue. Only I'm regular as a Vesper's bell. This is something else.
That's a vivid description. How long has it been hurting?
Well, it started the day before yesterday, and it's only gotten worse since then. And I've tried everything. Calamus, yarrow. I even prayed to Saint Benedict and rubbed garlic on my stomach. I even tried hanging from a ladder upside down so it could pass through me. All for nothing. And I almost bashed my head getting down.
What were you doing before it started hurting?
Working like a dog I was. Who said I wasn't? Zdeněk? Alright, so I sat down on the stairs, just for a little while. My legs were killing me. Besides, those stairs were bloody hard. And ice cold too. It's a wonder I didn't freeze in place.
Alright, enough. I get it. Alright. I'll try to help you somehow. If you sat on cold steps for a while, you might have caught cold from below.
Whatever it is, I just want it to stop hurting. Sakura. Let them rinse me out with holy water for all I care. Or at least tie a knot in my guts, or I swear they are gonna come spilling out.
Wait here. I'll stop by the infirmary. I'm sure they'll give me something to help you.
God bless you. Not many folks would make the effort. They're sitting in there reading about a bird.
Master, I need your advice. A girl is feeling ill, and you're the only one who might be able to help. It's a bit, unusual.
Another fallen ill. And another girl, no less.
It seems her lower passages may have caught a chill from sitting on cold steps for too long.
Of course! This is just like the case Trotter of Salerno wrote about. Coldness in the lower abdomen, inflammation of the urinary tract accompanied by sharp pains. This can lead to bladder distension or pelvic congestion.
Aye. It sounds like all that's happening while we're standing here talking about it.
You don't see a case like this every day. I'll have to write down all my findings in detail.
So do you know what to do? You've treated this before?
Not at all. I've never come across something like this. Most women sort out their problems with the help of herb women, whispering into the water and brewing potions according to the stars. Usually, they only come and see a studied physician when it's already too late.
Well, she went to see Benedict, but he seemed even more flustered than she was.
I'm not surprised. Only a handful of physicians have read De Curis Mulierum, even though it has so much knowledge to offer.
Such as?
That infertility is not necessarily the fault of women, as has been believed until now. And labor pains? They can be alleviated without endangering the baby struggling to come into the world. The curse of Eve, to which all women are condemned according to the Holy Scriptures, can quite possibly be avoided. Some people cross themselves as soon as they hear it. But I'm telling you, it's groundbreaking. Revolutionary.
Well, if Maddie ever goes into labor, I'll send her to you. But for now, all she needs is to be able to relieve herself in peace.
Of course. This calls for a concoction with soothing and diuretic effects. Here's the recipe. Brew it with care. She should feel relief almost immediately, but I've heard it may cause delirium and facial twitching. Like I said, I haven't tried it myself.
All right. Thank you. Those nettles shouldn't have been boiled on such a high flame.
To the infirmary.
Aye, so I've heard.
What's the matter with her?
She had a terrible fever.
They chase off a crying woman from their doorstep.
About that medicine.
Tell me you've got good news. I feel like I'm being ripped in half.
Here. If it's as strong as it smells, you'll be back in fine fettle in no time.
By all the saints, bless you. That looks like just the potion to set me right. Foy, it smells like you boiled an old boot with rotten garlic. But what have I got to lose? Hang on. It's really settling down.
Does it still hurt?
Not much. Kind of like a farmhand's pay. This is lovely. Lad, you saved my life. If there were more men like you, there'd be less crying girls in the world. That was a close call. I could almost hear the angels coming.
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
You're Zdeněk, right? They say you're the steward here. I need to find out something about Blažena.
She's lying in the infirmary. What's it to you?
She's in a bad way. Master Albich is treating her, but to work out what's wrong, I need to know what she's been doing lately.
Oh, I see. That's different. What do you want to know, then?
What sort of work does Blažena usually do?
All sorts. She's a maid, so she does whatever needs doing.
Did she ever go into the monastery?
What would she do there? Women aren't allowed in. But she still manages to get where she's not allowed.
What do you mean by that?
It'll sound terrible with her being sick now.
Whatever it is, out with it.
I think she's been stealing. Lately, food's been going missing from the pantry, and she and I are the only ones with a key. I was just about to throw her out, but then she fell ill.
Where does Blažena sleep? I'd like to take a look at her room.
What for? How do I know you won't nick something?
Excuse me? I can bring Master Albich here if you like, but he's got better things to do. Like saving Blažena and the others.
All right, no need to shout. Blažena sleeps in the house across from the church, like most of the help. When you enter, go through the door on the right, then up the stairs. Her bed and chest are by the window.
I'll take a look there if that's all right. Who was Blažena closest with here?
She shared a room with Valerie. I had to separate them more than once so they'd stop chatting and get to work.
And how do I recognise Valerie?
Easy. She's the only blonde among the maids.
Thanks.
Greetings, sir. What would you like?
I need to find something out about Blažena. And they say you know her better than anyone.
Well, we share a room, but we're not that close, really. Why?
I'm helping the physician treating her, and anything I find out could help. I spoke to the steward, but he wasn't very helpful.
Zdeněk? I don't know. I doubt I'll tell you anything he hasn't already.
What is it? Why are you suddenly on edge?
When Blažena fell ill, I was there. I sleep right next to her. What if I caught it too?
Don't pretend. You were calm until I said your steward sent me.
Shh! Quiet!
What is it?
I'll tell you something, but not in front of him. If he heard, he'd skin me alive.
As long as I'm here, he won't touch you. You've got nothing to fear.
That's just it. You're not here forever. One day you'll leave, and then what'll happen to me?
I don't think Zdeněk will forget about me so easily.
All right then. What did Zdeněk tell you about Blažena?
Well, he said he suspects that Blažena's been stealing.
That scoundrel! I knew he'd try feeding you lies.
But why would Zdeněk lie about Blažena stealing?
I don't know what went on between them, but lately he's been giving her a hard time. I think he wants to get rid of her.
Now? When poor Blažena's ill?
That's just grist to his mill. The poor lass can't even defend herself, and he wants to take advantage of it.
Why would the steward want to get rid of an ordinary maid?
Isn't it enough that he's a scoundrel? Maybe he fancied her and she laughed in his face. Serves him right.
Did Blažena have a sweetheart?
That? I'm not entirely sure.
So someone's been sniffing round her?
I only ever saw her once, chatting cheerfully in the doorway of the monastery with some monk.
Monks aren't supposed to talk to women, right?
And I haven't told anyone but you about it, and you keep it to yourself too. Blažena's got it hard enough as it is.
Where did Blažena usually go around the monastery?
All over?
Right, but that doesn't help me. Where did only she go?
Zdeněk gave her the pantry key, so she was the only one who had access to it.
And where is that pantry?
In the cellar below the yard. That's where we keep the food, and mostly the monastery wine.
How can you be so sure Zdeněk lied to me?
Because I caught him red-handed. I saw him going through Blažena's things. Her chest.
You think he was looking for something?
Maybe. I saw him take something out of her chest.
Do you know where Zdeněk sleeps? Maybe I should have a look.
We live in the same house. Me and Blažena sleep upstairs. He's got a bed in the kitchen downstairs, just opposite the door.
And do you know exactly what he took?
No. It was already getting dark, and the bastard's quick with his hands. But it must have been something small. Right after that, he slipped out and went down into the cellar outside.
And what sort of cellar is it?
The same one with the pantry. There are a few rooms down there, and only Zdeněk has a key to some of them.
Sounds like a perfect place to stash stolen goods. That'll do for now. I'll take a look in that cellar and see what I can find.
Right, but how is all this supposed to help Blažena get better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know myself. But Master Albich said to find out what I can.
And how is Blažena doing?
Don't worry about her. Albich treated King Wenceslas himself. Illnesses don't scare him.
If you say so. That does make me feel better. Let's hope she recovers. I miss her high spirits. And her laugh. Without her, it's so horribly quiet here. God be with you, sir.
Good day to you.
Good day.
What do you mean? He asked if I'd ever been in the pantry with her. How many eggs she would take. Stuff like that.
Why would he ask you about that?
He wouldn't tell me.
Wine in a tub. But it looks watered down to me. An empty wine barrel. Someone's been hammering these barrels shut. Why is there wine spilled everywhere? Water. That would explain why the wine's such a pale colour. It must be seriously watered down. Of course. Now I get it. Steward Zdenyek's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out.
Let's try this.
That's a lot of coin. Suspiciously much for a common maid. I know you're watering down the monastery wine.
I beg your pardon?
Don't act like you didn't hear. You know exactly what I meant.
You feeling all right? Maybe you should lie down.
I saw your cellar.
What? But no one's allowed down there.
And I know exactly why. Now we're gonna have a little chat.
All right. But not here. Come with me, if anyone heard you.
I'm not going anywhere with you. We're talking here and now.
Oh, come on.
No, come on.
Shh, not so loud.
What, you don't want anyone to hear? Then talk.
All right, I won't say another word. Just stop shouting. So what the hell do you want from me? Coin?
Why did you lie to me about Blazhena? About her stealing?
What's Blazhena got to do with all this anyway? Did that bitch tell you something?
She didn't say a word, because she couldn't. She's barely alive. And anyway, why would she tell me anything?
Because she figured it out too. One time I forgot to lock the cellar door behind me and she caught me at it.
So that's why you lied about her? So no one would believe her if she gave you away? You're a right bastard, you know that?
Go to hell.
They say you were rummaging through her chest. And you took something.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Don't deny it. They saw you. So what did you take?
I found a key in her chest.
What key? What's it for?
It's for the monastery cellar.
You mean your cellar?
No, it's the key to the cellar under the monastery.
But how would Blazhena get something like that? Women aren't even allowed in the monastery.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Christ. And that's all you know?
That's it, I swear.
Then give me the key.
I don't have it on me.
So where is it?
It's hidden, where I keep the silver from the watered wine. I figured you'd want something in return for keeping quiet.
That's exactly what I thought.
All right, come with me. Come closer. I don't want to shout here.
So where's the key?
Damn it. If you'd only wanted the bloody key, but that's not enough for you.
What the hell are you on about?
You wanted my silver too. I know your kind. Never satisfied. No matter how much they're given, it's never enough to shut them up. You left me no choice.
Think carefully whether all that silver is really worth it.
You think?
Even without my armor, I'd deal with you easy.
I'd like to see that. You're I'm wounded! No!
For the cross!
All right, enough. I clearly misjudged you.
I'd say so. First of all, give me your axe.
All right. Here.
That's the way.
Anything else?
Now give me the key.
Here.
Now clear off.
I'm sorry.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad, so far.
For Christ's sake, my head's killing me.
And my looks like we're even. Young man, could we borrow you for a moment?
What's going on here?
It's about Slavek not knowing when to stop.
Shut it, Yeshek! And you, young lord, what's your name?
I'm Henry. And I'm no lord.
All right then, Henry. Do you think you could settle this for us?
We were having a training duel. Servant Brother Carl makes sure we don't grow idle here. Well, Slavek thinks he struck me first. I say it was the other way round.
You're looking pretty battered for a training duel.
Yeah, once we get going, it's no laughing matter. We've both got a bit of a temper.
Either way, the fight should have ended the moment I hit you. If it had been a sharp blade, you'd be dead.
Bullocks.
Listening to you two, I'm tempted to have a duel myself.
Go to our camp. Brother Carl is always happy to have someone new. But before that, could you judge our dispute? What do you say?
How did it happen from your point of view, Yashek?
We were having a training duel, but it wouldn't be Slavic if he didn't run his gob the whole time. I didn't give a toss until he started insulting my ma. I won't have anyone doing that in front of me.
That's serious. What did he say?
That she squints, and I've got it from her. I warned him to shut his gob or he's done for. I gave him a jab in the shoulder, well-placed and educational, to end the fight then and there. But he got all riled up and came back at me.
That's a load of crap. He pounced at me out of nowhere. I was only defending myself.
I still want to hear what Slavek has to say.
Now that's more like it. We just wanted to warm up a bit. Attack, block, But Yeshek completely lost it. Left lower cut, lunge at the knee, then straight for the ribs from the right. All at full force, like he was trying to kill me. So I shout, "Ease up, have you lost your fucking mind?" And the idiot goes even harder. So I smacked him one. What else was I supposed to do?
Where exactly did you hit him?
Where do you think? Right on the skull. I blacked out for a moment, but then I just saw red.
Yeah, he looked like he'd completely snapped. He swung and... Ow! Bloody hell! He struck down at me with a full swing straight to the collarbone.
Oh, come off it. You're making half of that up.
This bickering of yours is tiring. I'll tell you what I think, but then you'll both shut up, all right? Doesn't matter who struck first. It was a training fight.
Oh, it hurt like a real one.
Yeah, I'll have a scar across half my head because of it.
If either of you knew a master strike, you might have come off a bit better. Or at least one of you would have.
Master strike?
Your armed brethren probably call it a Meisterhowl. You deflect an attack and strike your opponent in one move.
Oh, don't give us that. Nothing beats a good solid smack in the teeth.
My thoughts exactly. We could still have a bout though, eh, Yeshek? Once they let us out.
I'm still pissed at you over the last one.
Oh, come on. I didn't mean that stuff about your ma. I've never even seen her. And anyway, I'm glad I ended up in the infirmary with you. What more do we need?
Yeah, no Ludov breathing down our necks day in, day out.
Who's Ludov?
Our commander. Tough, strict, but fair.
He's the only real knight among us, really. Came from Marienburg. That's a castle belonging to the Order. It's supposed to be massive.
I'd love to see it one day. I haven't set foot outside Bohemia in my whole life.
Don't worry. You'll see it when we march out of here. But till then, we're stuck here for a while.
Well, I wish you both a swift recovery. I'll be off now.
Thanks. By the way, if you run into Brother Carl, tell him not to take it to heart. We brought it on ourselves. He's a good man. And if you wanted, I'm sure he'd let you train with us at the camp. Just tell him you know us.
But watch yourself, so you don't end up like the two of us. I don't think Carl could take that.
I'll keep that in mind.
And Henry, before you go, I have one more favor to ask. When they were carrying me here, I dropped my purse somewhere along the way. A nice one, made of leather. Could you look for it? It had all my coin in it, but I can barely stand, let alone go searching.
Do you at least know where you lost it?
They dragged me along the path by the ponds. At one point I got snagged on some bush, so they were yanking me back and forth, and I reckon that's when the purse got shaken loose. It was near that stone well in front of the main entrance to the church.
I found a purse like that already. Is this one yours?
By God, that's it! It's quite stuffed, eh?
Here you go.
Thanks, Henry. Without it, I'd be a beggar. Here, this is for you, so it's not just empty words. Even if it's not much, eh?
Huh.
You know what? I'll teach you a little trick I picked up not long ago instead. You never know when it might come in handy.
A trick, eh? Go on then.
When a bloke much bigger than you comes charging in, step aside and stick out your elbow. Aim just under the ribs, and you've got him. He'll crumple at the waist and wheeze like an old nag.
Thanks. I'll remember that.
Oh, I'm gonna die of boredom in here.
You mentioned you know the herbalist, Joachim.
Don't think we're old friends or something of the like. We met once during my last visit to the monastery before my journey to Padua. When Zacharias mentioned him, I was glad to hear Joachim was still alive. He's growing a bit long in the tooth, you see.
So, you don't really know each other?
It's mainly my friend, Oswald Torvald, that knows him. He's the one that told me about Joachim originally. They've known each other for years, and though Joachim lacks a formal education, Oswald still learned much from him. They write to each other frequently, and he visited Joachim several times. But his work won't allow him to anymore.
I see. So what's this Joachim like?
He prefers to focus on his work rather than engage in conversation. Though when he does let someone get close, he can be friendly. And if you need help, he rarely hesitates to lend a hand.
Since we're spending time together, why don't you tell me more about yourself?
Sigismund Albich of Uniczow, Doctor of Medicine of the Prague University and Doctor of Law of the Padua University. Personal physician and advisor to His Royal Highness King Wenceslas in matters of law and personal affairs alike. Though if you're interested in the specifics of my career, I'd recommend asking someone more knowledgeable who can appreciate the complexity of my journey from a bachelor's degree in the liberal arts to the royal court.
How did you come to treat King Wenceslas?
My talents and abilities speak for themselves. Not long ago, when I returned to Prague from Padua, word quickly got out that a capable physician had arrived. People started coming to me with all sorts of troubles. Then one day, the royal carriage stopped in front of my home. We rushed to Perglitz, where I found Wenceslas moaning in pain while his alchemists bathed him in various oils.
Which I reckon wasn't of much help.
Not in the slightest. But the treatment turned out to be quite simple. A diet. And its effects were near miraculous. Wenceslas has held me in close regard ever since. He soon learned I was learned in law as well, so I became his personal advisor. A few years ago, I was given a title for my services, as well as the particle of Uniczow. As you can see, when you have the reputation of the best physician in the kingdom and knowledge of medicine and law alike, people seek you out on their own.
I hear you've written several books. What are they about?
About medicine. What else? I am most proud of the Compendium Medicinae, a summary of medical knowledge. I wrote it mainly for students and practitioners, but I'm also planning to write a book about health and how to keep healthy. It won't just be advice on how to survive the plague or treat a fever. It'll be a guide on how to live correctly and sensibly. What to eat, when to sleep, how to exercise, what to avoid. I believe that health is not a coincidence, but the result of a sensible lifestyle. Those who know and follow these rules won't need to visit the physician as often, which may be an unpleasant truth to some of my colleagues.
How is medicine in Italy different from Bohemia?
Massively. Though my local colleagues don't like to hear it. In Italy, especially in Padua, emphasis is placed on precise observation, analysis of causes and effects, and above all, prevention. Italians pay more attention to the connection between diet, environment, and health. Something I have tried to introduce here, albeit with limited success. Czechs are used to heavy, fatty foods and rely more on miracles than sensibility. Here, physicians are taken as a last resort. In Italy, a physician's word is law for daily life.
I saw you came here with Master Albich. I suppose that would make you his assistant?
I'm more like his personal guard. My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Benedict the Novice, but I reckon the abbot already told you that.
Yes. He said you would show us to our lodging, as well as the infirmary.
Your room is at the other end of the infirmary. It'll be the door on the left. There's an alchemy workshop in the other room. Master Albich should find everything he needs there. Though if he needs any fresh herbs, there's also the monastery's garden. Brother Joachim, our herbalist, would be more than happy to help him.
Good to know. Thank you. Will you tell me more about yourself?
I can try. What would you like to know?
How did you get to the monastery?
Well, I walked. Or do you mean why I entered the abbey?
Aye. I'm more interested in that.
Very well. My parents are long dead, but I have 3 older brothers as well as 2 sisters. That is, I had 3, but one of them didn't live to see her first birthday. Nonetheless, I was born 6th. You see, I'm not a fighter, so I didn't join the army, and after paying for my sister's weddings, I couldn't afford to go to university.
So you had no choice?
Something like that. But I'm happy to be here. In just under 2 years, I've learnt many things. Perhaps the Lord will provide, and one day I'll be in charge of the entire hospital.
What did you do before you joined the abbey?
When my parents were still alive, I cared for them. And when they died, I started my postulancy.
And why did you have to care for them? You have a lot of siblings.
My sisters got married, my brothers left to search for work, and we never saw them again. My parents had nobody else left.
It was kind of you to take on that responsibility.
I didn't think of it as a responsibility. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
So you were with your parents until they...
Until they died. It was really challenging for me. But I feel it helped me discover my calling.
Caring for the sick, you mean?
Yes.
Why do you work at the infirmary, of all places?
It's my divine calling.
What do you mean, divine calling?
The Lord chose me to become a healer, but he allowed me to learn through life and discover things for myself.
How did you discover you were supposed to become a healer?
I came to realize diseases don't cause me fear or aversion, or compassion for that matter.
But isn't that natural? When you see someone suffering, you shouldn't just be completely indifferent.
Imagine you have a stoneworker with a crushed foot come in, bones poking out and bleeding like a stuck pig. Is it better to comfort him, or to decide in time that he'll probably lose the foot anyway, tourniquet the wound, and go and get a saw?
It sounds like you're in the right place then.
I'm glad you think so. And between us, so do I.
If I ever need my wounds treated, can I come to you?
Of course. It's my job after all. I'm here most days, so you know where to find me.
Tell me a bit more about yourself.
Gladly. What do you want to know?
You've known Albich for quite a while now, haven't you?
Too long, perhaps. If you know what I mean.
Well, I've only known him for a short time, but I can imagine he's not always easy to get along with.
Aye, old Albich. Don't take me wrong. The man's a real fount of knowledge.
I feel like there's a but coming.
What's more, he's always had the gift that whatever he does, he makes it look easy. It was only when I tried something myself, under his guidance, that I realized how many mistakes could be made. You should have heard the earful he gave me.
When the rat-eye captain, Bernard, gave me my first sword fighting lesson, it ended up similar. He beat me like a dog.
Is that so? But that must have been a long time ago, eh?
So much has happened since then. It feels like it was 100 years ago.
Wise words. These past years have been much too eventful for my liking.
Is it true that Albich was your teacher?
He was far from the only one. At university, they filled my head with knowledge about alchemy, the origin and use of substances, often accompanied by a dose of philosophy. But it was only with Albich that I understood what practice entails. These years spent with books didn't prepare me for it in the slightest.
I thought Albich fits in more with books and alchemical instruments too.
Appearances can be deceiving. He's a knowledgeable man, but I've never seen him more in his element than when he's caring for his patients. Sometimes he thinks he'll save the whole world with his head full of wisdom, and don't try to argue it with him.
What surprised you most in medical practice?
Hard to say. You get used to the smell of blood and pus eventually. Same with the screams and cries for help. But when someone's child dies in your arms for the first time... Well, that was the first and last time Albich and me got drunk like animals.
Serving as King Sigismund's personal physician must be a huge responsibility, eh?
Responsibility, too. But above all, it's constant alertness. You have to know how to act, but also how to anticipate. And even though it is not talked about, even kings are only human and can still fall gravely ill.
Albich mentioned the two of you treated King Wenceslas once.
That's right. It all turned out fine in the end, but there was a moment even Albich was worried it was beyond his capabilities.
What was wrong with Wenceslas then?
As his physician and confidant, Albich kept it to himself, but I had my suspicions. Now that I care for his brother, I can deduce what's hereditary and what Wenceslas brought upon himself with his, well, let's say more unrestrained lifestyle.
Is King Sigismund ill?
If he was, I surely wouldn't be discussing it with you. Nonetheless, there's no need to worry. His Highness is in good health. And if anything were to change, I'm never far away.
What do you mean?
A few years back, someone tried to poison the king. They mixed it into his cup of wine.
And he drank it?
Thankfully, I noticed the odd color and sediment at the bottom. They had a waiter try the wine, and, well, I couldn't save him, unfortunately. Since then, there's been a shortage of waiters at the royal court. Strangely enough, nobody wants to do the job.
No wonder. Who's that companion of yours?
Dinesh? That's an odd story, actually. I'm not even sure how he made it to the royal court. Maybe someone originally took him as a prisoner.
You never asked him?
He doesn't want to talk about it, and I respect it. His family doesn't have the best reputation, and Dinesh does well not to associate with them.
His family? What happened?
Ask him yourself. It's not my place to tell you about it.
Did I hear correctly that you're from Prachatiec? How is it there?
My, you have a good memory. Yes, I am. But, to be honest, I left there years ago to go to university and haven't had the chance to go back yet.
So you haven't seen your family since then?
I'd married myself to the king's service. The house went to my sister and brother-in-law, and they are doing well. Years ago, Prachatiec was granted the privilege of trading in salt from Passau by the king, and my brother-in-law knew how to take advantage of that.
Thanks. That'll be all.
No problem.
My humble respects.
Oh, Christ! I've really done my back in. Oh, Sacra! This damn back!
What the? Hey, no one likes a thief. But you know that, don't you?
Shit! I wonder if anything's missing. I better look at my chest.
I'm coming! I'm sorry.
At your service.
Where the hell did the Confessor get so many valuables? Something doesn't add up here. There's not much here. So where did the valuables come from? So that's why the Confessor wanted flowers from me. He must like them.
Fuck me. Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, can you spare a moment?
Yes? If it's nothing that would disturb the delicate peace here.
I just wanted to ask, what brings you here? Into a situation like this?
My journey to Bohemia originally had a different goal. The Order has interests all throughout Europe, and the Kingdom of Bohemia is no exception. We are seeking support. Capable men and supplies for our eastern border, where tensions with Poland and Lithuania continue unabated. I had plans to deal with certain nobles as well as Sigismund himself, but this situation is an unfortunate complication. Instead of diplomatic negotiations and recruitment, I now oversee order here, so that we can support the abbot and prevent the infection from spreading. Duty is duty, whatever form it may take. The monks seek order and discipline in their faith and work. We seek order and discipline in defending our faith and our lands.
What does your order do?
Our order, the Brothers of the German House of St. Mary in Jerusalem, founded directly in the Holy Land, stands as a bulwark against paganism. We spread the Christian faith among nations that have not yet been baptized, and we administer the lands that we have conquered with God's help from the pagan Prussians and in the Baltic region. From our stronghold in Marienburg, we spread the Christian faith, build castles, towns, and monasteries, and bring settlers from Germany to populate these lands.
What is the history of your order?
The order was founded in the Holy Land more than 3 centuries ago as a hospitaller brotherhood for German pilgrims during the siege of Acre. Pope Celestine III confirmed us at the time, and thanks to the Golden Bull of Rimini from Emperor Frederick II, we gained the right to conquer the Prussians' lands and hold them in fief forever. That was the beginning of our mission, to bring faith in God to the Baltic region and defend the borders of Christianity. And there we built a state stretching from Prussia to Livonia, with God's grace, but also with papal bulls and imperial privileges. But our role was not only military. We founded cities, settled wastelands, and spread order through monasteries. And to this day, we remain guardians of this tradition.
Sir, you mentioned you're in need of capable men. Does that mean I could join you if I wanted?
Ha ha! It's not that simple. To join the order, you must fulfill 2 requirements. First of all, you must be from Germany. Or at least speak German. Can you?
Well, not really.
I understand. And second of all, to join a German order of knights. What do you think the second requirement might be?
I have to be a knight?
That is right. But even if you are not either of those things, you can still join us as a half-brother. Halbbrüder. They are not subject to such strict rules of poverty, cleanliness, or obedience as we are, and they do not have as many privileges.
Where does the Order get its money?
Our wealth comes from gifts, especially from generous nobles and rulers who give us land and property for the eternal glory of God. We manage vast estates, from which we obtain grain and taxes from our subjects. Military campaigns bring us new territories and further resources to advance our cause, whether through trade, farming, or serving those in need. Everything serves to strengthen our order and defend our faith.
I'd like to donate to your order.
I'm glad to hear that. God may be on our side, but we are still in need of coin to buy food and supplies for our people.
Here. I hope it helps at least a little in the battle against the pagans.
Thank you. Every bit of help counts. And this way you are supporting not only the Order, but all of Christianity against pagan invasions and Polish expansionism.
What's going on in Poland?
Tensions are rising. The Poles and Lithuanians are beginning to unite under the rule of the Jagiellonian dynasty, which is a threat to our position. Although the Lithuanian Grand Duke Vytautas formally accepted baptism, his alliance with Poland threatens Samogitia, which belongs to us. Sigismund promises us support, but his position is weak. That is why we are preparing reinforcements at the borders. However, if diplomatic negotiations fail, we will have to defend our lands with the sword, with God's help.
Your name, sir, Ludolf. It isn't very common, but I think I've heard it before.
Perhaps you have heard of Saint Ludolf. Yes, it is rather by chance that I, his namesake, am now here among the Cistercians. He vehemently defended the church's rightful properties against the Duke of Saxony, who tortured him to death for it. Our order is now in a somewhat similar situation, where we must defend our rightful property against many usurpers. I therefore often pray to my namesake and ask him for help in our affairs.
How does your order work?
We are divided into knights born into noble families, priests for spiritual administration, and servant brothers for ensuring the smooth running of the entire order. At the head stands the Grand Master, elected by the chapter. Under him, the Provincial Master for Prussia and Lithuania. Each province has its own governor, each castle its commander. Our order is based on obedience, poverty, and purity, but ambition is also important. Our strongholds, such as Marienburg, are hubs of power and trade. The military structure is strict. From foot soldiers to heavy cavalry, everyone is subordinate to a single commander. But we are not just warriors, but custodians as well. Our laws apply to everyone, from farmer to bishop.
I'll be going now, sir.
May God protect you. Tschüss, mein Freund.
Amen.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Greetings. What would you like?
Your brother Crispin, right? I'm here about Yaroslav. I heard he works here as a translator.
Ah, yes. Poor Yaroslav. I pray daily for his recovery. God has blessed him with an extraordinary talent and a sharp mind. It would be a terrible loss if... But no. Such thoughts help no one. And who are you, anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm helping Master Albich in the infirmary.
Very well. What do you want to know about Yaroslav?
Could you tell me, please, where he was staying?
He has a cell in the dormitory upstairs. Go up the stairs in front of the scriptorium and turn right. Then it's the 5th cell from the door.
Thanks. I'll take a look. What exactly was Yaroslav doing here?
He's working on a translation of a book that came to us all the way from Genoa. While he was well, he spoke of nothing else. He knows Latin, Italian, and French. And thanks to his work, we have several valuable translated volumes in the library.
What book was he translating?
It's called the Decameron.
And what's the Decameron about?
I've not read it myself. I'm not as well versed in Italian as Yaroslav. I was waiting for him to finish the translation, but he spoke of it as a groundbreaking work of indescribable value. He even believed it might one day uplift the Christian people beyond their worldly suffering. He was so excited he barely ate or slept, just kept working. I thought it best to let him focus solely on the translation and assigned his other duties to others.
Where did Yaroslav work?
Here in the scriptorium, of course. You'll find his usual place right by the entrance. But be careful, he's got something unfinished there. He's spent so much time on it that it must be nearly done by now. It'd be a shame to ruin it just before completion.
Don't worry, I'll be careful. Who here knew Yaroslav best?
Most likely, Brother Celestine. He helps with copying books too, though he doesn't have nearly the same talent.
Celestine, you say? I should speak to him. Thanks. That's all I needed.
Till we meet again.
It's almost empty. What was Yaroslav working on all those days? Plans of the cellars? What did he need those for?
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Excuse me.
Brother Petramil?
Yes, and you are?
My name's Henry. I'm accompanying Albich of Uniczow. The abbot said you'd show me around the monastery.
Of course. The monastery grounds are extensive, and I'm glad you're open to advice on getting around. Would you like to go now?
Yes, please.
Our monastery was the first Cistercian monastery in Bohemia, and is thus the mother of all our order's monasteries in these lands. This is the gate to the monastery. Within the monastery grounds, you'll find the workers' dwellings, farm buildings, and fish ponds. And on the far side of the monastery, we've got an orchard and gardens.
I saw quite a few knights here. Do they live here?
Those are brothers of the Teutonic Order. The abbot offered them lodging while they're gathering resources in Kuttenberg for their next campaign.
How long are they supposed to stay?
No one knows. But it doesn't look like they're in any great hurry.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
This is the kitchen. From here, Salarius Julian oversees the state of the monastery stores and the meals for the brothers.
Good to know where to come if I get hungry.
Yes. But please, try not to speak with the other brothers too much.
Why not? Have they taken a vow of silence?
The rule of Saint Benedict encourages the cultivation of silence. The brothers shouldn't be chatting idly, but rather turning their minds to work and to God.
What if I need something?
In case of need, of course you may speak to them. But for ordinary tasks and objects, we've developed our own gestures. You don't need to learn them, though. As a guest, you won't need access to such things. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me. This is our monastery library and scriptorium. Brother Crispin, our librarian, does a splendid job. Our collection may not be the largest, but it's exceptionally colorful.
Can I borrow any books here?
Yes, but please try not to take them out of the library. We already have trouble with brothers not returning them. I think I myself might have a forgotten volume or two in my cell.
Lord God.
Can I help with that?
That's up to Brother Crispin. But it's true he's overburdened and sorely short of time. Try asking him.
All right, I'll check with him. If Albich doesn't need me urgently.
That would be kind of you. So, let's move on.
Mother of mercy, our hope to you we cry. Show unto us the blessed fruit of thy womb. Amen.
This is the chapter hall. Here, Abbot Jan receives important visitors and pilgrims.
You mean like when Sigismund came?
Of course. That was the most important visit, and duty of recent years.
Have you had any other such visitors recently?
The king brought his closest attendants. Even his physician, whom the abbot, I believe, also asked for help.
2 royal physicians in one place. That's quite the coincidence.
Indeed. That's why I'm also curious why your master has come.
I'd like to know that too. But that's far above my station.
I understand. Sometimes it's best not to know, just to act. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me. Next, we'll visit the beating heart of our monastery. Please, ignore the ongoing work. Welcome to the Church of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. It's the pride of our monastery, and the dominant landmark of the region.
What's with the hole in the floor?
Yes. That's one of the hazards of ongoing repairs. But that's not something a guest need concern himself with.
I don't mind. Tell me.
There's not much to tell. During repairs, the floor collapsed into the cellar spaces, and we're working on fixing it.
Oh, come on. There's got to be more to it. A cellar under the church? Storing onions on sacred ground?
Not onions, but bodies. Beneath the church is a crypt where abbots and other esteemed benefactors of the monastery are laid to rest.
I see why you wouldn't want to spread that around. It doesn't look like a good omen.
It certainly doesn't. Perhaps we should leave the laborers to their work and move along.
Let's move on.
Did you notice the cemetery by the monastery when you arrived?
Hard not to. It's enormous.
Yes. For a long time now, people have traveled even from far and wide to bury their loved ones here.
Why here, of all places?
Over a century ago, Abbot Heidenreich went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and brought back soil from Christ's tomb. Since then, people have come here in great numbers. After the plague and the wars of recent years, their numbers have only grown. We recently built the ossuary to have a place to lay the dead. These cells are reserved for brothers who hold an official position in the monastery.
Where does that gate lead?
To the garden surrounding the monastery. We'd prefer you didn't go there too much. That part of the garden lies beneath the wing occupied by His Majesty.
Should we move on?
Please, this way. Next, I'll show you the abbot's chapel.
Won't the abbot mind?
Apparently not. The Right Reverend instructed me to give you as thorough a tour of the monastery as possible.
You're always welcome here.
Including the chapel. He said ignorance mustn't hinder your ability to assist your master. The last part of our tour. This chapel is where the abbot himself prays. The painting above the altar shows Archangel Michael weighing souls on a scale. We see sinners cast to hellish beasts and pious souls rising to the gates of heaven.
But if I buy indulgences, I can avoid hell, right?
For lesser sins, yes. Remember, indulgences only lighten your soul and shorten your time in purgatory. But no matter how much you give to the church, indulgences won't save you from mortal sin. I'll now take you to Master Albich in the infirmary. Please follow me.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
To the right is the gate to the wing now occupied by King Sigismund. Don't go near it. You won't get in. They don't wish to be disturbed. And if you walk past, please try to be quiet. And here's the infirmary, where you'll find Master Albich. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Are there any other interesting places you haven't shown me?
What exactly are you helping Master Albich with?
Mostly I make sure Albich has everything he needs.
Then I'm sure you'd enjoy meeting Brother Crispin in the library. He has books that might prove useful to you both.
Are there places I'm not allowed?
Aside from the wing occupied by King Sigismund, the abbot has granted you access to the whole monastery. But again, I ask you, only speak to the brothers when absolutely necessary.
I'd say I know everything I need. I'll go and check what Master Albich needs.
Good luck. And God be with you.
And with you.
May God give you health, sir.
Good day to you.
I heard you're doing combat training here.
That's right. As a brother-in-arms, I see to it that our men are well prepared. Carl's the name.
I'm Henry. I've only just arrived in Sedlitz. I've come as a protector of Master Albich.
That's an honorable task. Guarding someone so important. You must be quite the fighter.
I can handle a weapon well enough. By the way, Slavek and Yeshek send their regards. I ran into them in the infirmary.
Don't even mention those two. I like them, but they never know when to stop. Always end up battered for no good reason. Anyway, if you'd like to train with us, you're more than welcome.
What are the rules?
We start with the short sword. It's a quick and effective weapon. Our men must wield it like an extension of their own arm. We use wooden weapons. I had to ban iron, or some of these blokes would have ended up killing each other. The duel lasts until one fighter lands enough hits on the other, or until one of them yields.
Come and fight. I can handle any of you with one hand tied behind my back.
You've got courage, I'll give you that. Or maybe just a big mouth?
I'm just saying, there's not much that can surprise me anymore. I've fought to the death with many noble knights and some right rotten bastards. And I'm still breathing. Besides that, I've got experience in tournaments. I won in Kuttenberg.
If that's true, all the better for our men. At least they'll get a proper workout. So, let's not waste time. Your first opponent will be Mark. We've recruited him this year in Moravian Pisek. He's new to our ranks, but he's already proven he can handle a weapon.
Let's fight.
So, my friend.
That was a fine fight to watch. You didn't go easy on Mark at all. With you at Master Albich's side, he's got nothing to fear.
Aye, I know my way around a sword.
What about with a shield and axe? Want to show me what you've got?
Of course. A true warrior needs to handle every weapon well.
That's right. Best be ready for anything. Your next opponent will be John. He used to serve as a guard at the rat house for the bailiff in Yilemnitz. He's known to be a relentless swordsman, so be cautious.
By God's will, die!
Your second victory. You're fighting damn well.
What now?
What would you say if I challenged you to a duel myself? I'd like to see what you're really made of. We'd fight with long swords. Langschwert is a noble weapon, fit for a true master. Will you accept my challenge?
Of course. It would be an honor to cross swords with you.
Glad to hear it. Then get ready. Ha! I'll sort you out nicely.
You ought to be ashamed.
You're good. I underestimated you a little.
Likewise. I wasn't sure I'd win until the very end. How about a rematch?
All right. Maybe this time I'll beat you.
We'll see.
Mary in heaven. I've got my eyes.
Jesus! I'm hit! And you'll get another right away!
I feel quite hungry!
The executioner's sharpening his axe for you.
I must say, I haven't had such a close fight in a long time.
Likewise. Allow me to personally thank you. Everyone I've trained who managed to beat me in a duel, I've given a sword from our Order's armory. Let it be a token of your martial prowess. And remember, the Order is always looking for capable men.
I value your gift, Carl. And thank you for the offer, but I can't go with you. I'm needed elsewhere.
And you're clearly one of those who keeps their word. But should you feel I still have something to teach you, I can pass on some of my combat experience. For now, though, you've earned a rest.
Thanks. And all the best to you.
God be with you.
Greetings to you too.
I'm sorry. At your service. Good to see you.
God be with you.
Christ.
Hey, another cistern. And I still don't know where that water is coming from. Here in the middle of the monastery.
You're always welcome here.
Kitty! Kitty! There's wine in the air. Someone must have spilled a cask.
What the? Hey! How did you get in here? And who are you?
I should be the one asking you. What is this place?
Christ's precious passion. May the Lord forgive us.
Forgive you for what? And who even are you?
Wojtek. We were, writing a book here. All of us.
What book are you talking about? You don't mean the Decameron?
Oh no. Yaroslav finished that one long ago.
Everyone I've talked to thinks Yaroslav is still working on it. Why didn't he tell anyone?
When Yaroslav started translating the Decameron, he soon realized what it was really about. He became afraid that if Brother Crispin, or, God forbid, the abbot, found out, they'd forbid him to continue the translation. They might even have the book destroyed. What a loss that would be. So once he'd finished the translation, he hid it down here instead.
So Yaroslav was working on something new down here?
The Decameron left a strong impression on him. He decided to write a book of his own, in the same spirit, to celebrate what is as valuable to man as love, or the spiritual life. He later asked Brother Ernest and me to work on the book together.
And what exactly did Yaroslav want to write about?
About humor, wit, laughter. About everything that can make a person laugh.
Why would someone write about that, of all things? I thought books were meant to be about...
Something lofty?
Oh, something like that.
Yaroslav believed that a sense of humor could help a person in hard times just as much as strong faith could.
Those are strong words, especially from a monk. Some might say it's not far off blasphemy.
Yaroslav didn't put laughter on the same level as God. On the contrary, he saw it as a precious and wise gift from our Lord. But as you say, not everyone would understand his thinking, especially among the brothers. That's why we met and worked in secret. Sometimes we'd write all night, other times we'd get into heated debates. And sometimes we just tried to outdo each other with witty sayings.
So basically you were sitting down here telling jokes all night?
Among other things, but mostly we were working.
Go on then. Tell me one of the jokes you came up with.
Now? All right then. All right. Here's one. Do you know why monks lie down in the meadow among the sheep? Because they're waiting for the good shepherd.
Tell me another one.
Why doesn't the monastery's rooster crow? Because he's taken a vow of silence too.
Tell me another one.
Brother Julian cooks fish every Friday and calls it fasting. We just call it a test of faith.
Well, that one was a bit dry.
So was Christ when he walked on water.
Tell me another one.
How does an astrologer flag down a wagon?
No idea.
By his sign.
Tell me another one.
What book has the most leaves in it? A herbarium, of course.
Tell me another one.
The kitchen lad complains to his master. The cellar's terribly damp. How do you know? Asks the master. And the lad replies, yesterday, a fish got caught in the mousetrap.
Tell me another one.
Some of our brothers have a lot in common with God when they're working. Everyone knows they exist, but no one's ever seen them.
Tell me another one.
What do you call it when someone robs a storeroom full of pulses, but then repents and puts everything back? Appeasement.
Tell me another one.
A knight goes to confession and tells the priest, I feel a great weight on me that won't let me sleep at night. The priest replies, have you tried taking off your armor before going to bed?
Tell me another one.
5 clergymen meet, and they've nothing to tell each other, because they all turned up.
Tell me another one.
The brothers are praying when suddenly the candle goes out. The novice gasps, it's a sign. The older brother says, yes, that someone's breathing too hard.
I don't even want to anymore. But tell me one more.
What were the last words of St. Lawrence when Emperor Valerian had him roasted alive on a grate? Turn me over. I'm done on this side.
Tell me another one.
So I went to see the apothecary, but I didn't like him at all. He was totally apathetic.
Tell me another one.
I think I'm out of jokes.
Oh, shame. I was hoping to hear a few more.
Sadly. But once Yaroslav gets better, we're bound to come up with more.
Who helped write your book?
Me, obviously Yaroslav, and Brother Ernest, and also Blazina.
And what was Blazena doing here? She's a maid. She probably can't write. And women aren't allowed in the monastery, are they?
I didn't get it at first either. Why Yaroslav brought her here. If anyone had found out, the abbot would have thrown us all out. But I soon understood. Humor isn't just for the educated or wealthy, let alone just for men. Laughter belongs to everyone. How could we grasp its breadth with just our limited experience?
So, this isn't about any sin? Blazena's just funny?
More than that. Her laughter, sense of humor, her knack for knowing when to make a joke. It's a true gift from God.
Who exactly is Ernest? I don't think I've met him.
One of the older brothers. He's in charge of all the building and repairs in the monastery.
And do you know if he might have fallen ill, too?
No idea. But now that you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while. And when I think how Yaroslav and Blazena are doing...
I'd best go and check on him myself. Where's his cell?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
What about the elder confessor, Stephen? Was he never part of this?
He's got nothing to do with it. He doesn't know a thing, unless someone slipped up during confession.
And how are you feeling, anyway? Are you alright?
Yes, at least for now.
No symptoms? Weakness, rash, fever, anything?
Nothing like that, I swear.
If you start feeling bad, report to the infirmary at once. Understood?
Of course.
How long have you been meeting here?
Since the start of summer.
So at least 30 days?
Roughly. I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
I've heard enough. I'll go and check on Ernest now.
Wait. What about me? What's going to happen to me?
I told you, if you're not feeling well, go to the infirmary. Albich will take care of you. Don't worry.
I meant our book. Please, don't tell the abbot about it. We weren't doing anything wrong, but if he found out, he'd throw us out.
Why would I tell him? He didn't do anything wrong here.
Thank you. And may God protect you.
May God give you help.
Careful.
Christ! I'm too late. A rash. Same as the sick in the infirmary. But he died sooner, so he must have been the first to catch it. Some building plans. Looks like a church, and underneath, probably a crypt? I should tell Albich about this.
Polite people like you. I found another infected.
You're not the only one. While you were gone, they brought in several more. So, where's your sick man?
With the Lord now. I found him too late.
Lord have mercy. Do you at least know who it was?
One of the monks. His name was Ernest.
That's the second death today. Let's hope it's the last. The confessor's dead. Old Stephen.
Well, you said yourself that at his age...
True. But old or young, every life is precious. At least now he's in no more pain. And what about you? Did you find out anything about the others who are sick? Do they have anything in common?
I found some jewellery in Stephen's cell. It looked quite old.
Jewellery? Where would he have got that from?
He might have stolen it. But given how strict he was about the seal of confession, it doesn't seem likely. Maybe someone else stole it, but guilt caught up with him, and he gave it to Stephen during confession.
Maybe. But surely we'd have heard about such a theft by now. Unless...
They stole it from someone who can't tell anyone anymore. Do you think we've got a murderer here?
I've no idea. It's all just guesswork.
I found out that Ernest, Yaroslav and Blazhena were meeting regularly. There's a secret copying workshop in the cellar.
A secret? But why? And what in God's name was she doing there?
Well, it's a long story, but I know for sure they were meeting down there. Those three from the infirmary, and the overseer I found dead.
Very well. I believe you. That explains why those three got infected. Do you think it happened in their workshop? Did you notice dampness, mold, any strange smell or bad air?
Nothing like that. It was damp, but the air was otherwise clean.
In that case, someone must have brought the illness to them.
But who?
Probably Ernest. If he died first, it would make sense.
Or maybe the illness just killed him faster because he was older. Like the confessor.
That's possible too.
So, what are we going to do now?
We'll go to the abbot. You, Zacharias, and I. This is getting out of hand, and the number of sick keeps rising.
To the abbot? Right now?
You think waiting will solve anything?
You've all come. That can't mean anything good.
The truth is, more are falling ill and the infirmary's filling up fast.
We're trying to give them all they need. But soon there'll be no beds and they'll have to lie on the floor.
How many have died?
The old confessor, Brother Stephen.
And Brother Ernest, too.
Ernest?
He died in his cell. No one even knew he'd fallen ill.
So, it started then.
Ernest wasn't treated. Even mild illness can be deadly without care.
And Stephen's age didn't help either.
When the Black Death last swept the town, it also started slowly. The old, the sick, those no one missed were the first to die. And then we couldn't even bury the dead in time, let alone give them the last rites. Now, the Lord is punishing us for it.
We do have some good news. With Henry's help, we might soon uncover where the infection's coming from.
We know that Brother Yaroslav and that maid both met with Ernest, so the illness must have spread between them.
They all met? Even the maid? Why?
Well, I didn't mean they were all together at the same time. Just that both Yaroslav and Blazhena had encounters with Ernest.
Why would a maid be meeting with Ernest? That makes no sense.
Ernest never left the monastery grounds.
He did, in fact, fairly often. He was one of the few allowed out for work reasons.
Then they must have run into each other by chance, somewhere outside.
Very well, then.
Just breathing the same foul air as someone infected for a while puts you at risk.
And since I found Ernest already dead, we believe he's the one who brought the sickness among the others. If he was the first to die, then he must have been the first to catch it, right?
But where did he catch it?
I don't know yet, Father. But I have certain suspicions. I found building plans in his cell. Looked like a floor plan of the church.
That means nothing. Ernest oversaw all construction work in the monastery.
And what had he been working on lately?
He'd been supervising repairs in the church. A floor had collapsed above the crypt recently. He was assigning tasks to laborers and overseeing the work.
Which crypt do you mean?
Some important nobles are buried there. But most of all, it's the tomb of my predecessors. May their souls rest in peace.
That might be the source of the foul air. The illness could have spread from the exposed crypt.
If the sickness really came from the crypt, we shouldn't go in there.
I agree.
You're right. It might be dangerous, but we need to confirm it's truly the source.
Enough. What nonsense is this? No one's going into that crypt. The disease is spreading. The infirmary is full. We've already got 2 dead.
Father, I understand you're afraid, but...
Afraid? I'm not afraid. I bear responsibility for the whole monastery, for every living soul. And it's my God-given duty to do everything I can to protect them from the plague.
Father, wait. Just give us a day. 2 at most. I'll just find out where the sickness came from.
You won't get another hour. The monastery is to be sealed. No one goes in, no one comes out. All the monks are to withdraw to their cells.
What about us? You want to keep us here against our will?
I don't want to, but I must. And at the same time, I humbly ask for your help. Believe me, you'll be repaid when the time is right. You came to me with a certain request. Help me, you may consider it granted.
It's for the best, Albich. Even if it turns out not to be the plague, it's still a deadly illness, and we're within sight of the town. If it spreads to Kuttenberg, it'd be a disaster.
I know. But as you wish. I'm sorry, Henry, but I'm afraid we have no choice.
Tibi Domine, fratrum nostrum, militer commendamus, ut quem in hac vita mortali, immenso semper es prosecutus amore, nunc malis omnibus liberatum, in requiem in gredi iubias sempiternam. Tuam ergo clementium deprecamur, ut quia prima iam transierunt, illum in paradisum tum begnine perducas, ubi neque luctus, neque clamor, neque dolor erit ultra. Sed pax et gaudium, cum Filio tuo et Spiritus Sancto in saecula saeculorum. Amen.